One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to Zanis News with me, Trust Bemba. The headlines. Civil servants held for recording zero audit query for 2022-2023 financial year. Upgrading of Kivuku Road in Northwestern Province to enhance economic growth. Church urges citizens to take a leading role in uniting the country. Chipolopolo soccer team to build on experience gained from friendly with Egypt. The news in detail. Lusaka Province Minister Shio Muliata has commended Provincial Permanent Secretary Robert Kamalata and the civil servants in the province for recording a zero audit query for the financial year 2022-2023. Ms. Muliata says recording zero audit query shows and confirms financial discipline and prudent utilization of public resources by the civil servants under the Lusaka Provincial Administration. Details in this report by Jonathan Mukuka.
The number of government ministries and provincial administrations that have recorded zero audit queries doubled from 7 in 2021 to 14 in the 2022 Auditor General's report. Lusaka Province Provincial Administration is one of the provincial administrations who have recorded a zero audit query, and Provincial Minister Shio Muliata has since commended our Provincial Permanent Secretary and the civil servants in the province for the improved financial discipline and prudent utilization of public resources.
Let me also take this opportunity to congratulate the provincial administration team for this zero audit query. It takes people who are committed to achieve this kind of result, and I am very proud. I'm very proud because I'm heading a team that is hardworking. For me, it's a plus.
Ms. Muliata is calling on civil servants to remain committed to duty.
Let us all work hard and show commitment to the development of Lusaka Province, which has got a larger population in Zambia.
Ms. Muliata, who was speaking during the official opening of an hybrid third quarter Provincial Development and Coordinating Committee (PDCC) meeting, also announced that preparations for the 2024 Lusaka Province Exposition and Investment Forum have been heightened.
This investment expo will give a chance to the districts in Lusaka Province to showcase a wide range of benefits and incentives that we need to package in order to undertake business opportunities in all corners of Lusaka Province.
Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Lusaka.
In Northwestern Province, the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU has provided 4 tents to Zambezi District Hospital in response to the damage caused by heavy rains on October 9th, 2023. The hospital's laboratory roof was blown off, necessitating immediate relief measures. Provincial DMMU Coordinator Paul Muyongo explained that the provision of tents is a temporary solution while efforts are underway to find a lasting solution. Here is a report.
In response to the disasters that occurred on October 9, 2023 at Zambezi District Hospital, government through the Department of Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit has donated 4 tents to support the hospital. And Northwestern Provincial DMMU Coordinator Paul Muyongo says the response is to ensure the continuity of quality health services.
We are at Zambezi District Hospital where we have brought tents. This is a response regard to the request which was made by the District Disaster Management Committee that need to put up tents at the hospital so as to ensure that there is continuity in the provision of health services to the people of Zambezi.
Hospital management has thanked the government for the quick response and support.
Very grateful to the government of the day for the donations of these 4 tents that came from DMMU through the provincial administration. Beyond that, as you can see behind me, we also received this mobile laboratory infrastructure from our provincial administration.
Meanwhile, the quick response has alerted the Zambezi District Commissioner Simeon Machai, who is also calling on government to find a lasting solution.
So we thank the government to come in, go ahead, give us the tents and the mobile laboratory that will attend to our people. And we are still appealing. I think this is just part-time, that we want now a permanent solution that will help us, just like you've seen the hospital is old. But meanwhile, we are very much happy that the government has come to our aid.
Cheleshaka Face reporting for Zanis, Zambezi District, Northwestern Province.
Still in Northwestern Province, school authorities at Kangombe Primary School have appealed to Solwezi Municipal Council to engage a new contractor to complete the construction of a 1x3 classroom block at the school. The new classroom block is expected to decongest grade 8 and 9 classes, which are overcrowded due to limited classroom space. More in this report.
The site is quiet and the contractor is not anywhere in sight to complete the construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Kakombe Primary School. This classroom block is supposed to accommodate over 180 pupils who are currently sharing 2 classrooms.
The classroom accommodation is a challenge as of now. One class has about 87 pupils.
Acting Solwezi District Commissioner Anton Fulwe is unhappy with the state of affairs here.
We expect it to finish in 3 months, and so that we can depopulate our children from those classrooms where they're about 82, 85. So I want to give this contractor just 5 days to come. If I come here and he doesn't proceed, we need to ensure that we terminate the contract. And he must refund that money back. It's taxpayers' money.
Meanwhile, the maternity wing at Kakombe Rural Health Center, which started almost at the same time with the classroom block project, is nearing completion.
The end of October, ishi yafainwa kupo kuzito kubika tu plastering ni mafro.
They are doing very well, and this is what we expect. The challenge that has been there is that the delays with the local authority to disinvest the money. And I would like to urge the local authority to ensure that we work at speed according to the work schedule.
Mape Mwesa for Zanis News in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
In a related story, Mafinga District Commissioner Boyd Kaonga says the rehabilitation of a 1x3 classroom block at a cost of 150,000 at Kumenyiwa Primary School in Mululu Ward will help to reduce the teacher-pupil ratio. Mr. Kaonga says the infrastructure that has been improved using the 2022 Constituency Development Fund CDF disaster component. More in the forum report by Miriam Kumwenda.
Government remains committed towards improving the education sector. This has been demonstrated through the construction of many classroom blocks across Mchinga Province and in particular Mafinga District through the Constituency Development Fund. The rehabilitation works of a 1x3 classroom block under the 2022 Constituency Development Fund disaster component on this structure that got damaged 2 years ago, leaving the school with only these 2 structures, has cheered the community and the district commissioner Boyd Kaonga, who handed over the project.
Commissioning of the rehabilitated 1x3 classroom block at Manuia will improve the learning environment of our children. And this project we are commissioning today got about 150,000 kwacha.
Belvin Mwale is Mafinga District Education Board Secretary.
As the Minister of Education, we are so grateful. It will improve the learning environment for our learners. As you can see behind me, we also have these beautiful desks that have been procured under the CDF for 2022. Children will now enjoy learning. And even as teachers are teaching, they will also enjoy teaching in a conducive environment.
The school authorities says the development is a plus to the learning institution.
I'd like to appreciate the government of the day for this gesture that have been rendered to the primary school. And the time when I came here, the children used to sit on the floor. So this is a plus to the primary and the community at large.
In fact, the able member of parliament, Honorable Robert Chavinga, and the CDF committee and the entire council staff, which had actually spent sleepless nights to come to our rescue over this beautiful structure here, which we are seeing today.
Some residents have encroached Hillview Market car park in Lusaka Chilenje Township, and Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary Technical Services Nicholas Piri has since called on the residents to stop the act or face the wrath of the law. Details in the following report.
Some unscrupulous people have invaded Hillview Market in Lusaka's Chilenje Township. They have taken advantage of the delay by the owners of these plots to complete the construction of their shops. The local authority had allocated these plots to the residents here to enable them construct shops at the market where they could be selling different goods and services. The land earmarked for the construction of the car park has also not been spared.
As far as I'm concerned, the document we used to show the madam before she could even elect one single block here to say this is a car park. And she never used to go ahead when we are present during that time. She used to construct this from 18 hours up to whatever time with tiller lamps.
These levels of lawlessness are not pleasing to the authorities. Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, says this will not be condoned.
This issue of encroaching on land that does not belong to the citizens, let us desist from doing that, because there's so much money that you put to invest in an infrastructure. For example, you have seen here that there's a wall fence around a facility which we reasonably believe belongs to the local authority. And if our investigations establish that indeed this wall fence is sitting on a property where it's not supposed to sit, I think we call upon our citizens to desist from doing that, because we shall not relent to enforce the law. And enforcing the law entails bringing down those structures. Whether you build them using your pension or what becomes immaterial when you are in breach of the law.
The Permanent Secretary has fired warning shots to both officers at the ministry and those from the local authority.
Even for those of us that are in the councils, in the ministry, let us desist from giving land to people when it is not our function. Even me as PS local government, it is not my function to give plots and areas where people should build. So why should other officers, because they simply work for the council, take it upon themselves to be giving land for people to develop?
Jane Simalumba Zanis in Lusaka.
We move on with the news. Zambia is this month expected to celebrate 59 years of independence. Calls for unity and reconciliation are taking stage as President Hakainde Hichilema has echoed his commitment to fostering national unity to enhance development. Here are the details.
As Zambia prepares to celebrate her 59th independence anniversary on October 24, President Hakainde Hichilema has reiterated his commitment to unifying the country. President Hichilema said that national unity is a top priority on his administration's agenda. He said this when Chief Chisunka of the Ushi people in Mansa district paid a courtesy call on him.
This government wants to reunite this country. Bring the 10 provinces of the country's gift from God together. 116 districts, 156 constituencies, together as one package. And that is one of, for me, as my personal agendas as a servant of the people. So I needed you to be aware that this is one other aspect that is important to us. So let's work together to unite our people.
And freedom fighters spoken to by Zanis have welcomed remarks by President Hichilema calling for national unity.
This one Zambia, one nation should continue. Like what the president now is doing now, His Excellency Hakainde, is now appointing leaders in each province.
Zambia, let us love one another. Let us not look about this one comes from southern, this one comes from northern, this one comes from Northwestern. No, we are all one.
Zambia's 59th independence anniversary will be celebrated under the theme Accelerating National Development through Equitable Distribution of Resources. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makodza.
In Northern Province, Solwezi Central Member of Parliament Stanford Mulusa says the grading of Kivuku Road will enhance economic growth in the area. Speaking when they flagged off the grading of the 37 kilometers of the road, Mr. Mulusa said it is clear that the current administration is determined to make life more meaningful to the rural dwellers. Meanwhile, Mr. Mulusa says about 4,000 desks will be distributed to schools in Solwezi Central constituency before the end of the year. Hemiti Hachilonde filed in this report.
In a bid to make rural roads more accessible to citizens, government has commenced the grading and expansion of the 37 kilometers Kivuku Road from Mashimpi area to Kivuku Primary School in Solwezi Central constituency. Area Member of Parliament Stafford Mulusa flagged off the grading of the 2023 Constituency Development Fund CDF road project.
Aemari 1.4 million kufika Kivuku. Tuapa na ikwabo 1 million inkambu ya kuhamisha mkwabo ya kumrenga. Awe mwenji wene kuiya tuwene kuwa distribute madeski 4,000 mkonstituency mose.
Solwezi Council Town Clerk is sending Mbewe's message to Kivuku community.
The people of Kivuku will be able to reach Kivuku within 30 to 1 hour. For the people of Kivuku, continue supporting the New Dawn government. It is here to change your lives. The president means well. Honorable MP, please go and tell the president that Solwezi Municipal Council and the people of Kivuku are appreciative of his leadership. They are appreciative of what he is doing for his people here.
Sub-Chief Mashinka Mlenga and Sub-Chief Katolo were present.
Pano pakuya kuiki mona kino. Kaikia wanu. Kaikia reta rusekero. Kia mwesha tupatoka mbakine ye government. Kupitira mubaye mupivetu. Wakansara vetu. Vipa mvyonsi. Nanti ne ateva ina mujika kukwe. Vetu taka. Mana.
Jokime kitashi kumuna po mazei. Lese bapeshe ba HH. Ni miaka kampe 15 years tusaka kuvota ngatu nge bakana mbaine temu wapo ate twanungako.
Kivuku Ward Councillor Olivia Katanga is happy.
Bantu bajira for so long twajira now twatsantsira kukipani kya New Dawn government bakuba respond kukujira kwetu kukujja kwa abantu ba Kivuku.
Reporting for Zanis in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province, I'm Hemit Hachilonde.
In the other news, the church has urged all Zambians to take a leading role in uniting the country. Senanga Hill Pastors Fellowship Chairperson Sande Simpansa says people should use the National Day of Prayer to unlock the blessings upon the country. Mr. Simpasa says every citizen has a role to play to ensure the peace and unity the country has enjoyed for the past 15 years is preserved. He says people should take advantage of the prayer day to unite in spirit and petition God on various challenges the country is faced with. Mr. Simpasa observed the citizens have every reason to be thankful to God because of the peace the country has continued to enjoy amidst different ethnic groupings. He called on Christians to turn up in large numbers for the National Day of Prayer, unit of purpose to save the country from demonic attacks.
Wafyuko bunga fumira kuti bafumo kwalekana no magacho twaba ikatana chapamo no kwatira mapepo chapamo muri kuberera no luse na mufiri wo vetule ikatana fitu aba kuberera luse kulombo obwerero kuba nensu de naba nensu balingira baba kutuberera luse na mufilongwa ni filonga no fyali kana fitu aba kuberera luse pakutwalika Zambia Yesu yabe yakuya pantanshi so kanshi muri ya mapepo ifwe tulecheteka kuti muntu wonse afuna abo wakakulwa kandi afuna wakuyiperesha kandi kutungirira icyaro cyesu cya Zambia nikira umona umupa mutima wakwe pakuti icyaro cyesu cya Zambia kingaba pantanshi kandi nikira umona umo pamwe wakwe pyo enga chinchintisha imbera nangula uyo muntu ingemya kulenga ati icyaro cyesu cya Zambia mwingala abo kukansana so kira umona umo afuna abo wakuyibimbamo ukuchichintiro obwafya po bwenga fumina bokuti ichalo chesu cha Zambia chingaba ichakuya pantanshi mubunonshi na muri fyonse.
The provincial administration has urged the church to help improve the moral standards of society for the sake of development. Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Piri says society has been destroyed because of bad morals that are being exhibited. Ms. Piri was speaking in a speech read for her by the Chimpangali District Commissioner, Paul Sakala, at the 4th graduation of students in the Theological Studies at Malonga Open Christian Brethren. More in this report by Stephen Mukobeko.
Graduation Hall. These are June Bible Institute students who graduated after obtaining certificates, diplomas, and degrees in theological education. Eastern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Piri, who was represented by Chipangari District Commissioner at a ceremony held at Malonga Christian Brethren Church in Chipangari, called for the inculcating of good morals in society.
We have a huge task ahead of us. As you continue supporting the government, we will support you. Because we know we can't achieve national development without a society with good morals. This country faces many challenges such as teen pregnancies, drug abuse, poverty, and illiteracy, among others, but requires the combined efforts of all of us.
Jean Bible Institute questioned the graduates to be exemplary in society.
The one who has called you is faithful, is going to take care of you. You must always be an example in character, in conduct, in faith, in purity. You must not praise anything above the way that God has called you to do. Live a life that is consecrated and reflect Christ in everything that you do.
The church, which also runs the institute, explained what it has done so far.
And since its inception, it has been involved in a lot of social work all over the world. But the great work is the church. They also train Christians and how best they should serve God.
Stephen Mukobeko, Zanis, in Chipangari, Eastern Province.
In other news, Chief Kakoma of Milulunga District has called on the people of Zambia to support President Hakainde Hichilema as he works on ensuring that Zambia's economy is put back on track to prosperity. The traditional leader says the head of state has shown that he is a man committed to ensuring that every part of the country receives a fair share of development without discrimination. Chief Kakoma said this when he addressed his subjects at meeting also attended by Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Elijah Mchima, who was in the area to sensitize members of the community on planned government projects in the chiefdom. Details in this report.
Lands and Natural Resources Minister Dr. Elijah Mchima has addressed members of the community in Chief Kakoma's area to create awareness regarding government projects lined up for implementation in the border area. The government is preparing to map Kakoma Chiefdom for the establishment of a multi-facility economic zone, M-phase, and an upgraded border facility at Kambimba. The road into Kakoma Chiefdom on the fringes of Northwestern Province, bordering the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, is also expected to be worked on at an estimated cost of around $58 million.
Mukamona tusakatemoka kuna kuinza kudu sababu ya business ya Congo na Zambia. Sautekana?
Due to the infrastructure development expected to take place here, there will be an economic boom. Therefore, our coming is aimed at surveying your area to facilitate development. The excitement at the news of the expected development to come to the Kakoma Chiefdom is palpable. Chief Kakoma has thanked President Hakainde Hichilema for his style of leadership and commitment to taking development to all parts of the country.
When you go back, just send my words to the president, saying that the people of Mulunga they are very, very, very grateful for the development which is coming to the chiefdom and the district and the whole entire Zambia at large. We are behind. We always support him. The way we started up to date, we are together. We will not abandon him alone, no. We are behind of him.
Victor Mwila for Zanis in Winilunga, Northwestern Province.
In sport news, the Zambian national men's soccer team captain Lubambo Musonda says the team will build on the experience gained from the international friendly Zambia and Egypt played last week to beat Uganda. Musonda says the team is in good spirit and players are putting effort to bring their best as the team faces Uganda tomorrow, 17th October 2023. He said mistakes made in the last match have been worked on and the team is ready to win. Musonda said every game is important as it will help the team in preparing for the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations and the World Cup qualifiers. And Chipolopolo team Dr. Wesley Nyongo said Stopila Sunzu and Kelvin Kapumbu might miss tomorrow's games due to sickness. He said further treatments were instituted, both players and the players are being monitored. Zambia will face Uganda tomorrow at El Amira Sports Club in Dubai.
I think the team is in good spirits after our last game. We played against Egypt. It was a good friendly game for us and we learned a lot from it, and we are looking forward to use what we learned in the next game. It's important. Every game is important, especially now when we are preparing for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers and the Africa Cup in January. I think they will help the team shape up and prepare adequately.
Pilar Sonzu, during the later stages of our game against Egypt on the 12th of October, he sustained some blunt trauma to his head. Immediately he complained of having a headache as well as pain around his right eye, and he also had the sensation of grogginess, and he was having difficulty seeing through his right eye. So immediately he was taken to a hospital, and at the hospital several tests were done, among which was an x-ray, or rather x-rays, as well as a CT scan. So fortunately from those investigations there was no structural damage that was detected.
Still in sports news, the Zambia Basketball Federation ZBF has commended government for its unwavering support to the federation, making it easy to participate in international tournaments. ZBF National Technical Director Andrew Nyirenda said the Zambia Under-16 boys and girls participated in the region 5 games through government support in Malawi, where both teams meted silver and came out second. Nyirenda said the senior national team also participated in International Basketball Federation FIBA Afro qualifiers for both men and women in Zimbabwe, where they did not perform as expected and could not qualify to the elite tournament. He added that the federation is also running other local leagues on the Copper Belt, Luapula, Midlands, Muchinga, Eastern and Northern Province. Nyirenda stated that the leagues are very competitive, promoting athletics to perform well. The federation had, however, pulled off from participating at the Under-16 Tunisia due to lack of resources. He adds that draws were already done, which resulted in the team being kicked off due to lack of confirmation. Nyirenda has urged the cooperative world and other well-wishers to partner with the federation to offer material and financial support. Well, that item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, we look at the headlines again. Civil servants held for recording zero audit query for 2022-2023 financial year. Upgrading of Kivuku Road in Northwestern Province to enhance economic growth. Church urges citizens to take a leading role in uniting the country. Chipolopolo soccer team to build on experience gained from friendly with Egypt. Well, that's all we had for you from our news desk. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, I've been your presenter, Trust Bemba. For now, it's goodbye and have a pleasant viewing.